Monday. I'm Shelley Butler,
I'm Yves Doucet.
and we were just
Hmm.
exclaiming how good we looked online this
It's the
morning.
camera.
It's the camera. I know it's the camera, but we look good.
Yeah,
I think
it's
it's also Katie's painting.
yeah. I think the colors that we're choosing today matches more.
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention, but Katie would be upset. We don't pay attention. Like she pays attention to colors for some reason. Oh, she's a painter.
She's a painter. Yes, of course she pays attention to colors. And she's the one who kind of said to us, this is what we should do, right?
Yes. Yeah.
This is because we weren't really sure.
Yeah. Yeah. She did. She picked a good.
Yeah, she was kind of like the different
I
layouts,
like it.
right? So yeah, we're so
Looks
pleased,
it looks
Katie.
really nice.
Thank you, Katie.
Our podcast room looks nice, and it's available to the community if you guys want to use it.
Yeah, we don't often say that, but the podcast room, this podcast room, and I've showed you before, it's the sound in here is amazing. And if you want to do your very own podcast, come along. Yeah, we would love to have you do your podcast from the Dova Co.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check the feed,
Mindset Monday. Yeah, please.
make sure that people are.
So what's on my mind this morning is something that happened yesterday. So
Uh,
Rick's Experience put on a yoga slash mimosa Sunday afternoon.
Yeah,
I had so much fun. They
and
asked
also yoga.
mimosa yoga.
You forget the yoga part.
No, I said no.
No, okay.
Well, I did enjoy the mimosa. I did enjoy
It was
that.
good. It's actually the wine that they use is
Magnetic
magnetic yellow.
Hill, yeah, the Magnetic Hill sparkling, and it was delicious. I really did enjoy it. Good morning, Trent. Good morning, Dion. And as you did inquiry, because we started with inquiry, we ended with a little bit of meditation, and about an hour of yoga on this rooftop. The breeze was beautiful. They've got beautiful plants out there. It's quite a nice setting,
It's a nice
actually.
setting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very nice setting. Um, but you know what kept coming to mind last night, and I almost called you a couple times, and this morning is my need to be seen.
Okay.
Isn't that interesting?
You mean you notice that you have a need to be seen, or you?
Well, I do know that. As a matter of fact, my AI will tell me that every now and again. Shelley, it's important to you for you to be seen, so this is how you should present, or this is, so my AI even recognized, my
Fueling,
AI agent
it's
recognized
fueling your ego.
that I need to be seen.
Well, every human needs to be seen. It's a human, like it's a human program feature. We all have this need. So what happens if you're not seen? Well, you're alone. So we survived, we thrived, and we evolved like in the community. That's how we survived as a community. We're not the best hunter. Like if you look at the lion, lion's a great hunter. We're not the best hunters.
No.
So why didn't the lion survive? We're not the biggest hunter. Like an elephant is bigger. Why did we not? Why did we thrive and survive? It's because of our community, our ability to act as one in the community. So if you have not, if you our desire to be seen, right? One of the participants in the studio in the class yesterday said, I work harder when I'm practicing in
Yeah.
live versus online
Yeah.
because the ego kind of makes me work harder. That's what you're talking about because we want to be seen. Yeah.
Hmm.
And fighting against that allows you to actually strive to a different type of level when you say, no, I can actually work just as hard if nobody's watching,
Yeah.
right? I can practice just as hard if nobody's watching. I can wash the table perfectly if nobody's watching. I don't do it to be seen. Like, how many people told you that before? It's the work that you do when nobody watches that makes the difference. Why? Because then you're not doing it to be seen, you're doing it to be in flow. Yeah.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
It does. It does. I can't help but think about that quantum physics about that particle when it's seen and when it's not seen.
I mean, the two slit experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah, the observation. Yeah. What's your question on that?
Well, is it the same? Is it the same thing? Right? So
Yes, it
it's
is.
okay.
Mm.
So
So
when it's
what?
observed, when it's observed,
Hmm.
it
You collapse the wave.
yeah.
You have only one choice.
It appears that there's only one choice.
Yeah, but you're the observer. You're the observer.
You're the observer.
It's not the other person observing. You're observing. You are observing yourself being seen. So you're collapsing the world.
Okay.
So you'll see the judgment come in. So you'll work harder because you're judging yourself. You'll try harder because you're scared not to fit in. You're the one observing. You're collapsing the wave.
Interesting.
And then you'll feel not enough eventually. You'll feel, that's why people don't take a knee on when I give them a choice. You can take your knee or do high lunge or low lunge. And most people don't take the low lunge. They don't take blocks. They don't, why? Because they're afraid not to be seen.
Hmm. And interesting enough, though, if you run over to grab the block, or if you go and you get the block, like, wouldn't you? People would notice that
Yeah, but then you'll be judged, like be seen as weaker.
as weaker.
And then the weak, what happens to a community of that when you're weak, they're left behind. So you don't want to be weak, right?
No.
So that's why we like, but rising above that. So back to quantum physics, what happens in the two slit experiments? Like when you become the observation, in other words, you remove yourself from the experiment,
Yeah.
right? You have more choices. You're in the quantum world. You're in the conscious world. You're not the body, and then you thrive because you're not the body. So what happens to your body when you separate yourself from trying hard? But the blood flows easily. But if you're trying too hard, you stop blood flowing. You stop breathing,
Oh, for sure,
right?
for sure. And I
Because you're trying hard.
that yesterday.
Because you're trying too
I
hard.
heard. I saw the people in behind me. I heard somebody go, "Jesus."
Really?
I turned around and I said, "He's not coming."
Did you?
I did. I was like, "Not coming." Yves classes are not easy, but whoever hashtagged, that was easy after an exercise. You want it to be challenging. Interesting enough, though,
Yeah,
I
but you're
think
making it hard. I'm not. It's not hard. You're making it hard. You're making it hard by trying too hard.
I loved
Try
it.
easy.
I loved it.
Okay.
I tried. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. I went into it. I went into it trying easy. I really enjoyed that class. It's been
Well,
a long time since I did a yoga class,
yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
I do weightlifting
Hmm.
mostly is what I do. So I tend not to join the yoga classes because most of them that you do, especially are in the evening, and then I don't sleep. So
Right.
I have a very difficult time with it. But
Well, you should come to my yin class, meditative
yeah,
yin.
well, and is that at Moby?
Right now I'm teaching yin at night at YMCA, Sunday night.
No, okay, so it's the Moby one. Anna Loretta, who was actually on the show,
Yeah.
sent me a note to say
The show.
on our Mindset Monday.
Oh, right, right,
Anna,
right.
she
Good.
goes to Moby, your class at
Oh,
Moby, and she said she absolutely loved it. So as soon
that's
as
where I saw. I
yes,
forget
that's
where
where
I
you
saw it.
saw her. So you interviewed her.
Hmm.
So interesting enough, as soon as I got home yesterday, she was like, "How was it? When's the next one?"
Oh.
So yeah, she already had a commitment, so she wasn't able to come. But I hope they do more of those like that.
Well, I was
Nice.
talking to the organizer yesterday, and
Oh
I
yeah.
think we're going to do lunch on rooftops or 45 minutes. And I was thinking this morning, maybe we'll do yin, meditative yin at night. So if there's interest about that,
Okay. That won't
um,
keep me up, eh? Look at me.
no, you're gonna fall asleep. You're gonna fall asleep. That's the whole purpose of yin,
Is to
is to
fall
pre
asleep.
is to prepare yourself for a good night's sleep.
I have the most difficult time with yin. Back in the day, I bet you I'm going to be better.
Yeah, my yin is different.
Okay. I don't have to
Yeah,
hold it for 5 minutes at a time.
my yin is different. So it's like meditative. You're fuming. So
If this was cold right now, I would have steam coming off me.
where's your little fan?
Welcome
Oh,
to
it's right there.
menopause.
Right there.
Welcome to
It's
menopause.
soon be over.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
how.
don't know. I sat beside a lady who was 70 years old, Eve, 70 years old, to get her mammogram.
Yeah.
And she was having a hot flash. And I said, please don't tell me. And she's like, yeah, no, I'm at
Oh
70
yeah.
years old. She still has them.
There's a purpose for them.
No,
Yeah.
it's to make me hotter.
Right.
Thanks, buddy. It actually, look. Ooh, baby.
Makes your skin like
Glow, right?
glow. Yeah, glowing. You don't need any of that glow stuff.
I
So
don't even wear makeup anymore. It would just melt off me. Melt.
So the interesting thing for me is when you see the ego and you can let go of the ego. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter if you're doing yoga or if you're doing a speech or if you're the boss or if you're at home. When you start seeing your own ego, you're not in flow. In other words, you're collapsing into a personality, a way of being, and you have no chance of achieving a different outcome that you've always achieved.
Yeah.
So, so what we're talking about is how to get better at doing yoga while being in the flow. And for that, you have to let go of your ego
Yeah.
because the body will not respond. The body will resist you,
Mm.
right? But once you get into the flow and you just like go easy, what happens is the body will start to heal and you'll be able to do more because you're in flow. That's why these athletes, like if you look at Olympian athletes now, I was looking at a basketball player the other day. I'm like, oh my, how does he achieve this stuff, right? Or Caitlin Clark, if you want to look at a great basketball player. And like, how does she do this? They're in their flow.
Yeah.
Like they're totally in their flow. So the question for me, since we've discussed this at Robin Sharma, how do you achieve flow? You achieve flow by letting go, by
Mm.
observing your thoughts, observing, oh, that's a thought of the ego. I'm doing it to perform. And you let go of the performance and you become in flow. So what happens is the body relaxes, your muscles starts to just act normally, but more importantly, you start to heal all these little things that you've accumulated over life, a lifetime.
I think that's what happened yesterday. Like I had said to Eve this morning, I said, usually my chest after yoga, just from doing so many planks, right? Downward facing dog, upward facing dog, going through the flow, causes me to have, and Eve does a lot of up, down plank, up plank, down plank. So I tend to get a little bit of soreness across my chest. Had none of that. I had none of that. And I'm wondering, because I didn't notice anything around me, to tell you the truth, the whole time that I was doing yoga.
You're in flow then.
I was in flow. And I think it has everything to do with how the teacher, at that front of the class, right, does that. Because during Baron Baptiste, I found I was there. I was in flow all the time.
Yeah, so Baron, so one of the things we learned about like leadership, right?
Yep.
We're
Yep.
talking about
We're
leadership, right?
talking, yes.
So what happens about leadership, if you're only showing up for yourself, for your ego to be seen, right? If you're
Yeah.
only showing up because this is what CEOs do, this is what leaders do. They make decisions. They talk all the time. They, tell you what to do.
Yeah.
You're showing up for yourself.
Yes.
And people will see that. They won't be in their flow. They'll be resisting. They'll be like all uptight and say, what's she going to do? She's going to like hit me today? Like
Mm-hmm.
that,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
But if a leader, a teacher, like a yoga teacher or a leader, and this is where I learned. I learned from Baptiste, right? From
Yes.
Baron. I was like stressed for weeks in order to get unstressed. Like I had to go to the edge to learn how to show up for the room,
Yeah.
right? So how to be in flow when I'm teaching. So then I'm showing up for everyone, not one person, but everyone. Like you're doing when you're leading
Yeah.
Dovako, you're saying, well, sometimes it's time to speak, and sometimes I want to speak, but I don't. Sometimes it's time to make a decision, and sometimes it's best to let them decide for themselves.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
it's that balance between showing up for the whole team and showing up for individuals and showing up for you all at the same time. So teaching is like that. So when the teacher can actually show up for the whole room, you won't be sore the next day
Mm,
because you're breathing through every single thing, right?
absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
you'll get something that's different. You won't quite get it yet. You won't get what you're getting, but you'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And and
it's not physical. Like the reason you're not sore because you're breathing through it. You didn't notice what I was doing, but like
oh no,
you're
I
breathing through it, right?
I
So when you're doing exercise, you're doing curls, you're not breathing. So you're holding everything in. So you're breaking all the muscles.
yeah.
Well, now what we're doing is allowing the muscle to create growth hormones.
Yeah.
So in growth hormones, you're not killing the muscle, you're not destroying the muscle, you're growing the strength of your muscles by breathing while you're doing the exercise.
Yeah, most
Right?
definitely. And that flow itself, I love when, and you did it a couple times yesterday, uh allow yourself to do it with your breath.
The breath. Yeah.
manage your breath, and that brings that connection, right? So a lot of people do not understand that, when you're doing cat cow, for instance,
Yeah, something
like you're
simple.
breathing in, you're
Yeah.
exhaling out, right? And of course, when you learn the nose breathing too,
Hmm.
like you're fogging up a mirror, that type of breathing, I find that I,
Yeah.
I just find that so energetic.
It is.
It gives
Yeah.
me so much energy. And there was
But think about
never
it.
it was
Let's,
never more useful as when I was wearing the mask going through a the grocery store. Let me tell you, my stress level was so
oh yeah,
high
I remember
then.
that.
And yeah, it allowed me. I mean, I sounded like Darth Vader going through the grocery store, but it allowed me to calm
Hmm.
my nervous system, right? I was just so anxious, and but breathing is key. And actually somebody mentioned that yesterday, um that they're, understanding that breathing
It's the breathing while doing the exercise.
is
So if
key.
you're doing, let's say we're doing whatever we're doing, I would say cat cow. Let's just pick on that.
Yeah.
And say, okay, well, breathe in, look up, breathe out, look at your belly button, right? And then I would say, do five at your own breath.
Yeah.
Now, the destination, I would say this, the destination is not the goal. Follow the breath.
Right.
And everybody was doing different kind of breath. At the beginning, everybody was like, let's go to the destination. Let's go to the end. No, go slow. Feel
Yeah.
every vertebra, every. So, what are you doing to the brain? So, when you're breathing slow like that and you're doing exercise, you're telling the brain to calm down.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that's how we survived in the wild.
Yeah.
We survived in a while by like, what would happen is let's say we're chasing a gazelle. Well, the gazelle would run out of fuel. We're still walking. We just catch up to her. Eventually, she'd just die of exhaustion or lay down in exhaustion. We'd catch our prey. That's how we survived. As a community, we'd hurdle these gazelles, right?
Hmm.
Until they
Hmm.
came to exhaustion. We're not the fastest animal around.
No,
We are able to control our breath. We're like under stress. That's what we can do,
we can.
right?
Yeah, we
Right?
we
But
absolutely
we've
can.
lost the
We've
practice to
lost the
breathe,
practice. Yeah.
right? We've
Yeah.
lost the practice to do and breathe at the same time.
Hmm.
So it doesn't matter if you're leading, if you're speaking, if you're teaching, or doing exercise. Like when you're practicing breathing, what you're telling the body is relax and blood flows through the body. So if you're conscious about, like, if you're concerned about healing with breathing while you're doing exercise, while you're walking, while you're doing things, you're calming the system and blood flows through your system. Blood brings nutrients, oxygen, and the healing process begins, right?
Absolutely. It works in any kind of setting too. So if you have a stressful time at work, for instance, and you've got to go in and deliver some news, and you're going in with that, I always call it short breath,
Yeah.
right? Because you're in that
Mm.
anxiety. That actually will trigger every person that's waiting for you.
Yeah.
Your energy has already flowed into that room.
Hmm.
Everybody's already nervous, and now your short breaths,
Yeah.
will truly create that anxiety for everybody. Your energy will flow. If you can find time to take those breaths that you need, those
Yeah.
relaxing breaths that you need, and there's so many apps out there that will help you with your breath, but it
And
is
and if,
important.
and if you want to look at great leaders that do this,
Yeah.
like people that you instantly see them and you calm down. Can you
Mm,
think of a few people
I
that
do.
you think you see them and instantly you calm down?
Yeah,
It's because they're practicing that.
that's it.
Like they don't go on stage, they don't go and take a mic, they don't start like interacting with people before they are with them in energy. Like they're showing up for everyone,
I've
right?
never seen James Rouse anxious ever.
No.
He is he is so calm, cool, relaxed, but I have seen him have to step away to go
Hmm.
and take the breaths.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes, yeah. Somebody asked me, do you ever lose patience? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I've said, of course,
Of
I'm a
course,
human,
it's
right?
human.
But I know I have exercise, I have my practice.
Yeah.
So I step away, I take some time, right? I step away. Maybe I'll do yoga, maybe I'll do a wall sit if it's too much. Maybe I'll just sit in quietness and stillness until it goes away. But I have my practice or these are practices of life we're talking about. right?
Absolutely.
Because if like Warren Buffett said it the best for me, it's like it's not making money, like the trick about making money is not to lose any. And I like what that means is like every decision you make, every interaction you have, right? The trick about having great relationship, about growth, your community, your way of being, your wealth, your interaction, your love, right? It's about every single interaction you have has to be positive, not negative,
Yeah.
right? So if you get into a reaction, if you get into a state of being that you are going to pull away from a person, you're creating a negative effect in your life, not a positive one. So you're not growing, you're diminishing, right?
That's it.
Yeah. And so it's breathing is like such an important aspect of that. While you're leading, while you're part of a team,
Doing anything. Have you
doesn't
ever
matter.
walked into your kitchen and it is a disaster area and you are, oh, do you know what I do in that instance? When it's over, anything is overwhelming for me,
What do you do?
forward fold. I'm right.
Forward fold.
I swear to God,
That's hard.
I'm a rag
That's
doll.
hard. It's hard though.
I'm a rag doll.
Mm, yeah.
Instead of
Yeah.
going and okay, I'm gonna start with the dishwasher and right and being in my because I can feel my energy, I can feel my short breath.
Mm,
So
yeah.
I forward fold and I stay in forward fold until the to-do list of the kitchen or whatever it is, usually my kitchen, is no longer in my head. Is no longer in my head.
Mm,
Right?
I
My
love it.
breathing is good. Now I've stayed in forward fold for a long time. Now my husband is a little afraid of forward fold. How can I
Why?
help? He's forward
Oh,
fold, right?
oh,
And
he knows you're stressing.
how can I help?
Okay.
Right? And I was like, dude, no need,
Yeah.
right? I'm all
This is
good.
not, it's on me.
It's on
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
It's not about what you did, but he immediately goes into guilt, right? Oh,
Yeah.
she's forward folding, but
Must have done something wrong. I must have done
must
something.
have done something wrong.
Mm,
Yeah. So I can't take on him at the same time, right? He's done absolutely nothing wrong, and that's something that he'll have to work through. But I love a good forward fold, and I stayed in forward fold for a ridiculous amount of time before because I'm just unable to manage my nervous system.
So that's a really good tactic, right? One of the inquiry question was, what's the feeling that you have when you can't stop thinking,
Yeah.
right? So the when you can't stop thinking about, oh, people will see me, I need to perform. You can't stop thinking, and a great way to get out of it is to do forward fold
Yeah.
until
Forward
you
fold.
stop thinking,
Yeah.
because it's a humbling pose.
It is a humbling pose. Baron used to have us do it for a ridiculous amount of time. And he'd always, so, there's hundreds of people in the room, right? But so there's always somebody that within a couple of minutes, right? I got to pee, right? So
Mm.
that people start to zip out of the room, right? And usually he doesn't call anybody out, but when you can't stay, he wants to, he wants to teach us about staying in the uncomfortable.
Yes,
Because, like you say, forward fold
it's humbling.
it's a humbling.
You're not like you're not doing it to
Bend
show
over,
off.
kiss your ass,
Like
you
you're
know? Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not doing it to show off. Like you're folding forward and you do nothing.
You're folding forward and you're doing absolutely nothing.
It's a
Yeah,
humbling pose. Yeah.
yeah. How
Mhm.
long can you stay? And I remember even Diane yesterday saying, okay, well, that's enough, right? That's enough.
A forward fold? Oh,
Well, no. Remember, she was saying, like, I have a difficult time holding poses. It's a little boring for me.
ah,
I'm like, in my
oh
mind,
yeah.
I can't stop thinking that's enough. And
Oh
I
yeah.
saw myself in her because
Yeah.
that's what I used to be like, especially with
Can we
him.
move on?
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh gosh, my
Mm.
hips have been up here for a while now. You know,
Yeah, you should try it without music. Like holding the pole. I did a movie class yesterday,
love,
and for some reason the system cut, and we were in chair pose or
I
something,
love no music.
and there was no music. I said, "Oh, this is going to be a long pose," and everybody's, "Oh my God!" Like right,
I love no
and
music.
it's because it allows you to see your thoughts. So music is a hack. It's a
Well,
teacher
Barry
hack.
doesn't
No
like,
music.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Baptist
Why?
yoga, true Baptist yoga has no music.
Because it allows you to see your thoughts.
That's right. He
Yeah.
considers that an escape. Now, he did not because he actually told us a story about how he always had headphones in.
Yeah.
And
Remember?
he was in
Yeah.
India, and the gurus, let him go for a while and then said, hey, what's the. So let me challenge you to not do the practice with music. And
It's like
he
going to,
couldn't even imagine. He was like, "What are you talking about? I can't do a yoga without music." Until he decided that every class would
and
be
I,
without
and I
music.
shared something with you on Sunday that happened recently. So, ever since my lawsuit, I can't watch a TV show or a film
Yeah,
without getting in my head.
yeah.
Like it's been
Except for the
like,
other two.
except for last week, I went to see,
Bravo.
what was it called? Disclosure. Great film, by the way.
Did you see
It's
it?
a great film. Steven Spielberg. Spielberg.
Spielberg.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, and I lost myself in it.
It's true, right?
Well, I don't. It's a movie. It's,
It's a
it's like Harrison Ford told Trump, it's a movie. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Well, Trump called him up and said, I love the way you took care of all those bad guys on the airplane. And he looks at Donald, it's a movie.
Oh, Donald.
Shelley, it's a movie.
I don't know, Eve.
Oh, stop it.
I'm
It's a
thinking
movie.
it's true. I'm thinking that there are other
Well,
beings.
you're allowed to. Well, of course there's other beans. Doesn't make any sense. Just do the math. Of course we're not the
Terrible at math.
well, like, okay, how many stars do you see at night? We're gonna do a yin. I want to do a yin on the rooftop at the I'm putting that out there. Eric, I want to do a yin, meditative yin on the rooftop, Delma at Bricks.
Like at night during
Yeah,
with
yeah.
stars out. Oh my gosh, Eric,
We'd have to do it at 9 o'clock there. Is that
that
too
would
late?
be beautiful. Well, it's too late for me,
Yeah.
but I would go do that in a heartbeat.
So anyway, so
How
what was I
beautiful would
saying?
that be? Oh my gosh.
So okay, so every time I go to the
Yeah.
film, I would get triggered. I'd see a bald guy remind me of John.
Right.
I'd see a blonde remind me of Andy, whatever, right?
Whatever.
So I get triggered. All these people that in my head would trigger me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'd see something. Oh, I don't have that car. I don't like. I always wished I had a nice car like that or a nice house like that. Oh, I wish I was traveling. I get triggered, so I couldn't watch. So
Wow.
I couldn't watch a film. I hated going to the film.
And you
Hate
used to
it.
love the film.
Yeah, and so that's been since like 20, like almost 20 years now,
Yeah.
right? So I can't watch a film on TV. Like I'm scrolling, I'm watching my phone and watching TV. No, it's because I can't get because I'm triggered by it, right? And so why is this important? Because now I can. So I went to the show and I completely lost myself. Like I didn't have an urge to do anything else but be there. And so, why is that important? Because through the practice of seeing my thoughts, I was able to get out of my own head. And now I can actually enjoy the moment. And it doesn't have to be a film. I can actually enjoy doing nothing at all. Sometimes I just sit there and watch nothing, watch the birds or watch the flower, right? And I enjoy that moment. And it's a practice. So why is that important? Because I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm not there for ego. I'm just there in the moment being me,
Hmm.
right? Does
That's
that make
good.
sense?
Yeah,
The
that really makes sense.
same thing
Yeah.
as I went to USFA and same thing. There used to be a time I'd go there and I'd have to put headphones on because people were
People
talking.
like me
And I
talking.
would go in my head, oh my gosh, I should complain. Oh my God, like I'd be a Karen.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
mean, yeah, a Kevin.
I need
Is
to
that a
speak with the
Kevin?
manager.
Is I like it to speak like a manager.
You
And
know, need to, yeah, well, that's what Karens do. I need to speak with the manager.
now what I didn't realize is like the ears are so this device that we have next to our heads here, they're so attuned that we can actually tune out songs, tune out noise,
Totally.
tune out people.
Women are
And
really good at
and
that.
men too. Sorry, honey, I didn't hear you. Like that. We can do that,
Oh yeah, Leonard is like
right?
amazing at it.
I can
Yes,
tune
he's
out.
really
Just
good.
tune out.
Yeah.
But if you start to use it, that means I went to USFA and people were talking and I tuned out their
Yeah.
voices and only tuned into the rainfall that was falling,
Yeah, I love
the
that.
waterfall. And I lost myself,
Beautiful.
right?
You have control.
And so once you learned how to manipulate your thoughts, you can be present like no other time. And then you get into the flow. You get into, I taught 5 hours of class yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, which is nothing for me. There was to be a time that was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not much. And so if you want to be a yoga teacher and you can teach 5 hours a day, you can make a good living at it.
Yeah.
And I always thought you couldn't, but you can. The reason you can is you only teach one class a week. Like,
Absolutely,
like,
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, for sure. If you were running a studio and you just did your classes all day long,
I
yeah,
could, yeah, right.
you could
You could
make
make
some
good
good
money.
money if you didn't
Yeah.
hire anybody. Yeah, you'd
But to
be
do that, you have to get out of your head.
you do.
You have to practice what you've been taught. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's why I think this is leadership. It's when you go and you're in front of people and you're leading a group or you make decisions for a business. We do this every day.
Yeah,
We make major decisions about investments. Like we have 25 people here that work every day. That's a major investment.
huge.
What are we doing next? Like, and how do we guide that? So, being in flow is the most important part of our job.
It is. Leaders don't actually work on things that are emotional, I believe.
No.
And I don't think they work on things like breath and they don't work on things like energy. Since I became a CEO, even before that, I have worked on behavioral sciences, if you will.
Mhm.
It is important for me to always brush up on these behavioral scientists. So I take all kinds of courses along the way so I can manage the stress.
So we can make decisions.
Most
It's
definitely.
it's not making it's making decisions you've never made before.
Exactly.
It's
Knowing that
right.
you could be wrong and still be stoic about
And
it.
make the decision.
Support your team, right? It's so important to come in with the right energy. Not some of the time, to come in with the right energy all of the time. We're human, we're fallible.
Yeah.
Sometimes we fall. And that's why Eve and I have each other.
Hmm.
And every leader should have somebody that can say, "Oof, go take a breath," right?
And we had that experience.
Without,
Yeah.
yeah,
We had last week. Yeah.
be feeling judged or being hurt by it.
Right. So, but it's the way you say it. If I say to you, "Oh, I can see you're mad or upset," well, no, now I'm challenging you, right?
Yeah,
It's the way you show up for your team without guilt, without like it's like you have to be careful on like how you show up. If you're there. But the way that we did it, and we had an instance last week, we just said, listen, we're just going to take a breath,
yeah,
right?
we're
We're going to
just
take 15 minutes every day to reflect on our thoughts. We're
yeah,
going to use that. We're going to share each other's thoughts
yeah.
without judging ourselves. And that's what we did. So did we have to make a decision last Monday? No, we
No,
didn't, right?
no.
So we used the crisis that we had in order for us to move forward. Never
Yeah.
waste a crisis.
Never waste a
Yeah,
crisis. And we also needed to ensure that we were the best versions of ourselves and not in reaction,
right.
right? Practice number one, no reaction. Of
Yeah.
course, we're reacting.
Hmm.
We aware that we're reacting and let's take a breath. Let's just
But
take some time.
so imagine having a workplace where you can actually have that conversation without feeling that you're attacked,
Or
but or
judged
judged. We're
or
just like in it together. Okay, we're all reacting here. Can we just take a breath
yeah.
and can we just slow down? Does it necessitate? Is it urgent? Is there danger here? Is there like no? Okay, maybe not. Okay, let's take some time.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make you less of a leader. It makes you a conscious leader. It makes you like a conscious leader has the ability to choose a path that's never been chosen before. And that's what we're doing at Dovico right now.
Well, I can tell you
Yeah.
this time last Monday, it seemed like there was very uh little exploration. Like there wasn't, we
Mhm.
had to make a decision. There wasn't any place to go. It was very reactionary. Today, this Monday, it feels like there's a million possibilities.
Yeah, that's what the create space that does.
That's exactly what
When
happens
you
when you create
stay in
space.
stillness, right? When you stay in stillness, and you allow yourself to create space, you have possibilities.
Totally.
When you get outside of your ego and you say, I have to do it this way, you're not performing anymore. You're playing the game. You're having fun. You're in the zone. You're like it's like you're not making it so seriously.
Yeah.
So when you go home and the house is a mess, you say, oh, that's kind of interesting. I've tackled bigger problems. It's just a house,
It's
right?
just a few dishes.
Right? Right?
Bend over. Oh my gosh, such a great discussion as always. Look for the Bricks experience. They're going to have more and more stuff going on,
Oh, and I
right?
have something coming up next week at Movi. It's Father's Day.
Oh,
So there's a free class It's from, I think it starts at 11. I'll post it anyway.
Okay.
It's a free class and it's to honor dads.
I love that. Or
Yeah.
so is it males only
No,
or
no.
everybody can come?
Anybody that has a dad or anybody that wants to honor,
Living or
like,
not.
of course, you honor. My dad's passed away, but
Yeah, mine
yeah.
too.
So I thought, what can I do? So I don't know what I'm doing yet, but it'll be probably a slow flow and some inquiry, some questions, and we'll have a discussion about dads. And I think it's time to honor dads. Like not in like putting them on a pedestal. It's like just honoring dads. Like,
Absolutely.
and
That's
and some dads, are perfect. Have you some dads are perfect,
oh
right?
gosh, mine certainly was
No,
not.
I'm not.
Yeah, there's no perfection in there. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
honoring dads and like your husband's a dad.
I love that. Bring your father.
Bring your father, bring your husband.
Right?
Yeah, it's free, no charge. So Simi was nice enough. She's the owner. She was nice enough to do it for free,
Oh,
and
Simi, that
yeah.
is what a
So
great
so
idea.
at Movi, that's on Mountain Road, it's a
Yeah.
nice little spot. There's
Okay.
only it's a small studio, it's like
Okay.
25 spots or something. So
Okay. And we have to sign up
yes,
for
yeah,
it.
yes,
Okay.
yes, because it'll be probably full. Yeah.
Yeah. So Yves will put a link there a little later. You can
Yes,
look for it in the comments. That's awesome. All right. I'm Shelley Butler,
I'm Yves Doucet.
and this has been Mindset Monday. Mwah, I love you. Don't forget to get your workout in. And how are you showing up?
Hi, Ray.